Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwan, and you were watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Imperial Guard. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day. And of course, if you have any suggestions, just comment down below. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Imperial Guardsmen. To protect the Imperium from its many enemies, the Imperium maintains a massive fighting force known as the Imperial Guard. Tithed from the worlds across the galaxy, the Imperial Guard is an immense force of countless billions, always at constant war, and always recruiting more soldiers to replace the fallen. No accurate records exist as to its exact size and strength, and such it's its nature that it is in constant flux, troops moving from system to system, or scattered across the stars, fighting wars long forgotten. Many guardsmen do not live even a full day after entering battle. Those who survive become hardened combat veterans, skilled in bringing of death and facing the worst foes the galaxy has to offer. Scattered and broken, such veterans can hope for little comfort beyond the battlefield, but may find service in other parts of the Imperial war machine, or more secretive duties in less overt wars. The Imperium covers much of the known galaxy with borders stretching many thousands of light years across, containing millions of worlds spread across the darkness of space. It struggles for survival against numerous alien foes, as well as rebellions and subversion from within. Fighting these wars is the largest army mankind has ever known, the Imperial Guard, also known more formally as the Astra Militarum. Not even the Adeptus Administratum knows how many are in service at any given time, though in a single sector alone it can easily reach the billions. Thousands dying each day to be replaced with thousands more. These soldiers form the thin line against the violent universe, eager to scour the stars clean of all traces of humanity. When alien races and planetary uprisings threaten, it is the weight of the Imperial Guard that is wielded like a mighty hammer blow, intended to crush all resistance to the Emperor's rule. Even so, engagements can last for years, decades, and longer, in seemingly endless wars of attrition, where generations fight and die for the promise of future victory. Service in the Astra Militarum follows many paths, some following in the traditions of their worlds to join famous regiments like millions before them. Others might enter via lottery, conscription, punishment, or blind chance. Each world is responsible for tithing a percentage of its population to this service, and a world that slackens in its duty often faces the fury of the Imperial Guard, bringing it into compliance. Once a man becomes a soldier, he usually never sees his homeworld again, sent off across the galaxy to fight wars on far-off worlds for strange peoples and foreign lords. Every guardsman knows that there is no real escape from service, and only in death is he free of the sacred duty to the Emperor. Their part, the regiments of the Astra Militarum, combine both those dedicated and fanatical to the cause with those that serve only out of fear or penance. Thus, an Imperial Guardsman can be anything from a hero heaped with glory, or a zealot ready to spend his life for unseen masters, to self-serving cowards merely trying to survive, or a criminal running from his crimes, and all manners of man in between. All have their place in the Imperial Guard's plan, sometimes serving as mere cannon fodder, so that other more valuable assets might be protected. However, even the greatest of soldiers might still be squandered in the hands of a callous commander, of which the Astra Militarum has more than its fair share. The rare veterans that survive to see full life beyond the Imperial Guard are hardened fighters, the product of countless wars and engagements, often trained in a variety of the Imperium's most deadly weapons and armored vehicles. Their skills are always in demand. Each is unique, but all share the common trait of being survivors, having come through the meat grinder that is the Imperial War, and somehow survived where millions have not. This in itself is a valued ability, one that only those that have fought in the Emperor's service can truly understand. Within some regiments, however, veterans might find little chance of advancement or survival due to incompetent or careless commanders. They inevitably die in battle, their skills like their blood spent in another of the Imperium's endless conflicts to hold on to their fragile empire. Imperial Guardsmen come from many worlds and are masters of many skills, each combination of both often unique to the regiment or unit. A soldier is adept in the use of weapons and has likely tasted combat, seeing firsthand just what the Imperium must do every day to survive. These experiences can fill a man with a deep hatred of heretics and all Xeno life, Often, entire regiments are consumed only hours after arrival in a war zone, and it is rare for a guardsman to live through an entire campaign, sometimes even a single battle. That a soldier has lived through many such combats marks him as valuable and rare, even if few within his command structure notice. Fortunately, there are often others outside of the Imperial Guard who identify a veteran's unique attributes and can put his talents to good use. Imperial Guard veterans also become specialists with a specific weapon or method of fighting, and it is likely such that this soldier has one or more specializations under his belt. These can include sniper training among the regiment's recon elements, driving Lehman Russ battle tanks, or operating the gargantuan Imperial artillery pieces. Veteran guardsmen might also have learned less combat-oriented skills that are also essential for prosecuting wars, such as logistics, material support, or advanced intelligence gathering techniques. Some guardsmen might rise to a position of command and learn something of the tactics and strategies of warfare, along with logistics and politics. These skills can prove invaluable in other vocations, as an understanding of one's foes and how to best counter them can be applied to a mirage situation. The Imperial Guard are among the few elements of the Imperium to face the alien threats head-on, and a man that has spent time within the Astra Militarum has seen things few others could ever imagine. This marks him out from the majority of the civilian populace who has never heard of many of these threats, let alone see them. His rank alone can also serve him well in the presence of others within the similar service. Those still within the Imperial Guard, especially if they are aware of the soldier's regiment, may often hold him in great respect for his service, knowing firsthand the price of duty he must have paid and the comrades he has lost along the way. And those were 40 facts on the Imperial Guard. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a lot of fun to dive into the actual individual guardsmen. We are used to seeing the Imperial Guard and, of course, all armies of Warhammer 40K as just armies. They are just one entity, but it's always fun to dive into a specific individual who is part of a grander, less individualistic organization, I guess, because the Imperial Guard doesn't want you to have a name and a backstory and stuff like that. And when you're playing the game, it's really hard to do that, especially when all your guardsmen kind of look alike. The good thing is that Kill Team is coming out pretty soon, and with Kill Team, you could actually do this. You can specialize the fluff, or you could build a nice fluffy story behind your kill team of Imperial Guardsmen, and a story like this coming from Dark Heresy is really good, because like Dark Heresy is made specifically for you to flesh out characters. So they take the Imperial Guardsmen and they, flesh him out, make him seem as a veteran and what he's been through, and it's always fun to do that. Definitely recommend you doing that for your kill team, your special kill team, going as far as like customizing bits and pieces to your unit. Now, I believe that the standard kill team game is going to be around like 100 points, so you're probably going to have, or you'll probably have a lot of Imperial Guardsmen to begin with, even while playing kill team, so it might be hard to like specialize a squad of 10 or 15 guardsmen, but why not take the time and special or build fluff and lore behind your, let's say, a captain, a special weapons guy, anything like that. It is this aspect of character building, coupled with the fact that games are supposed to be a lot quicker than regular 40k, that got me really excited for Kill Team. I can't wait to pick up my box set on Saturday and just start building. Now, of course, I already have my Kill Team ready. Really, I just want the rules, and expect battle reports coming very soon for Kill Team. If we can play a game in an hour, you better believe we're going to record that game in the style of the old HeroClix battle reports that we used to do, and we also want to do like it's going to be a whole new style of editing and presenting a battle report with a fluffy element, of course, because we are all about the lore. But yeah, if you're a long-time subscriber, then you might remember our HeroClix battle reports. We're going to bring those back, and we're going to try to present better quality battle reports, better quality videos in general with these things. And it's all thanks to our patrons. it's a good segue to talk about Patreon. Don't forget that we have a Patreon. It's a simple $1 a month, and it helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't support us on Patreon, we completely understand. By you liking, commenting, and sharing, it helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to share any of your kill team that you're building, or an Imperial Guardsman character that you painted or built, hit us up on Instagram and Facebook. Send us a DM, or just post a picture and tag us. We have the One Mind Syndicate tag pretty much on Facebook and on Instagram. We love checking out your work, especially on Instagram. Let us know, and we'll give you a shout out too on each social media page. But again, guys, thanks so much for everything. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. But with that said, this was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.